This question is asking us about exponential equations, and we can see that from the answer choices. Before we start, let's just discuss the difference between a linear and an exponential equation. In a linear function, as you go from one x value to the next, you're adding something to y. And in an exponential, as you go from one x value to the next, you're multiplying y by something. So a linear XY table would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 35, 50, 65. In other words, we're adding 15 every time. In an exponential, an XY table would look something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 60, 180, 540. So in other words, we're multiplying by 3 every time, just as an example. So if we're adding, it's linear. If we're multiplying, it's exponential. Here, we're seeing that each term is 4 times the preceding term. So it's an exponential. And the general format of an exponential is a times b to the x, with a being the starting amount, b being the way it changes, and x being the number of times that all happens. And in our situation, we know that it's starting at 9, it's being multiplied by 4, and typically that would happen x number of times. But we're not done yet, because if x equaled 1 here, it wouldn't work out the way we want it to. First off, let's change the letter to n, because this question is calling it n, not x. But if n equaled 1, what would we have? We would have 9 times 4 to the 1. That's 9 times 4, so that's 36. But we heard that the first term was going to be 9, not 36. So what we need to do in this situation is actually shift it down by 1. We have the same exact equation, 9 times 4, but instead of being to the n, we're going to make it to the n minus 1. And thinking about what happens in that situation, if n equals 1 here, we'll have 9 times 4 to the 1 minus 1. In other words, 9 times 4 to the 0, which is just 9 times 1, or 9, because anything to the 0 power is 1, and 9 times 1 is 9. So this one worked out the way we wanted it to, and 9 times 4 to the n minus 1 is answer choice D.